Now, time's expired. Does any other member seek recognition? Mr. Fallon from Texas.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to share a quote with you. I thought it was interesting. No one is above the law, and no one should be escaping accountability. And Hillary Clinton said that. And according to the LA Times, there's another quote. No man in this country is so high that he's above the law. I agree with both of these quotes. Al Gore said that when he was a member of this chamber, Bill Clinton's own vice president. I hope every member of this committee agrees with those quotes. So we have to ask ourselves, are we a rule of law nation or are we not? When a citizen of these United States is subpoenaed by this Congress, they should comply, plain and simple, regardless of who they are. We all get accused of things, and we should do everything we can to, because accusation is nothing but that, to prove it false if it's untrue. Jeffrey Epstein was a rapist, pedophile, sex trafficker. In street parlance, he was a scumbag, lowlife, and slimeball. And some of the things that I've read in these files, he was evil incarnate. He's also dead. I didn't even know who he was until he wasn't. So why are we here talking about a dead guy? Because he was associated with powerful people, some of which are highly likely to have participated with him in some of the worst kind of criminal activity. And if they did, they should pay. They should face justice, whether they're rich or poor, famous or anonymous, mighty or meek. So is that what we're doing today? Are we pursuing justice and transparency? Because transparency makes an easier and shorter path to the truth. We should be pursuing the truth. But some on this committee and in this Congress are pursuing fame and campaign fortune and exploiting this issue, not in the pursuit of justice, but in the pursuit of raising hundreds of thousands of dollars using a false premise as a battering ram. Jeffrey Epstein, and here's the false premise, that Epstein was a creature of the political right, and they're protecting him, and he was pounding around with Donald Trump and those in his orbit. And that's why the Republicans won't release the files. Now, that's incendiary, but is it true? Or is it just a cheap, woke fantasy? Well, here's the facts, and the facts matter, so let's look at tail of the tape. How many confirmed visits to the White House? Under Bill Clinton, there were 17. Jeffrey Epstein visited the Clinton White House 17 times. How many times did he visit the Donald Trump White House? 0. How about documented political donations? 21,000 to the Clintons, 0 to Trump. Documented non-Clinton political contributions. 118,000 to the Dems, 18,000 to the GOP, for a total of 89% to the Democrats and the Clintons, 11% to the GOP. Now to the matter at hand. Epstein files released by the Oversight Democrats from 2019 to 2023 when they were in charge of this committee, 0. Epstein released files by the Oversight Republicans from 2023 to present, 53,000 pages. Epstein files released by the Biden Department of Justice in the 4 years he was in office, again, 0. Epstein files released by the Trump DOJ, 2025 to present, 125,000 pages. And a member of this committee completely jumped the shark again. And right after Charlie Kirk was assassinated by a left-wing loon, and it was a time where we really need to turn down the temperature and practice some civility, said, and I quote, Republicans have been so busy protecting pedophiles and rapists that they forgot what this committee is supposed to be about. Well, I tell you what this committee is supposed to be about, Mr. Chairman, about transparency and truth. And on this matter, the Republicans have led, and we produced results, and the Democrats have done squat and bumpkiss. For the record, you know, that kind of incendiary rhetoric, while it may make headlines and make people famous, or perhaps better stated infamous, and raise loads of woke cash, maybe even get you invited to Hollywood parties. But at what cost? Those kind of lies create division and damage, and they're ludicrous, absurd, lazy, and perhaps, worst of all, unoriginal. And I don't think it's going to translate much to journey to the upper chamber. I hope it doesn't translate to that. The Trump administration and Republicans on this committee and on this issue have served Lady Justice by a count of about 178,000 to 0. So the Clintons should come in, honor the subpoena, and testify. And you know why, Mr. Chairman? In the pursuit of truth. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Gentleman yields back.